It has been a few weeks since LEGO announced their new offerings for the spring and the early summer. I looked at these a couple of weeks ago with you. I looked at the sets that I'm really jazzed to buy, including the Sherlock Holmes set, because I'm just a huge Sherlock Holmes nerd. I can't wait to get my hands on that. And the Haunted House 3-in-1 set, which looks spectacular to me. I mean, look at those minifigs alone. The Unicorn set, which is just ridiculous, and I absolutely am growing to love this to death. I mean, who doesn't love molded unicorns? I mean, come on, fantastic. But, obviously, as a castle and a fantasy castle lover, the thing that most excites me is this 3-in-1 31168 set. And over the last couple of weeks, I've been looking at each of the builds in a little bit greater detail, and the only clues I have are in looking at the box. I'm going to round off this trio of videos by looking at the main build today, which is, of course, the castle build. And I wanted to take a look especially at the inside of the back of this, where we see some detail as to the rooms and what's inside of it. So let's take a look, shall we? First of all, it's been speculated that this is a set that does not close, that it's dollhouse. But I want to look at this big picture, this overview of the set. And if you look at the back of it here, if you look up top in the corner, you will see an insert picture of what appears to be the set closed. Now, I don't know if it closes on all four sides, but it certainly looks to me like it closes on three sides. So it is hinged. So it's not completely dollhouse, unless I'm misunderstanding the definition of dollhouse. Yeah, it opens in the back, but it opens when it's spread out, kind of like the Lion Knight's castle does, and kind of like the 3-in-1 set from last season. So maybe I'm wrong here. Tell me what you think, but it looks to me like this set closes. So it can have a smaller footprint. If, like I mentioned in the City Gate build that we looked at last time, if you are starved for Lego space, like I frequently am, you can make the footprint smaller of the set and then open it up when you have more room or when you can, move things around on your Lego world. But let's look inside in the back with it open. Now, if you look from camera left to right, and by camera left, I mean, imagine yourself a camera taking a picture of the box here. So the left side is camera left and the right side is camera right. So if you look at camera left and you look, it's two stories, obviously. There's a bedroom, and right above the bedroom is a tower. And it looks to be enough room to put a minifig in there. There's a bed, there's a sword, there's those wonderful kind of medieval windows, and it's an arched ceiling, very obviously to me. And I love the chimney to the right. I just think that's possibly one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And again, there's nothing particularly special or absolutely unique about any of these pieces, but they really smack a vintage castle to me. And that is one of the reasons why I love this set so much. I did not grow up with vintage castle. I mean, I didn't collect when I was a kid. So, I mean, I became a Lego fan at the age of 70. I'm now 71, so it's been almost a year for me in collecting and building Lego, and I've caught fire on castle. And so the idea of getting another castle set with a kind of a throwback of, the wonderful kind of brick-built sets of yore is very exciting to me. Now, if you go beneath the bedroom, then you'll see a kind of a banquet room. It's kind of chandelier, for goodness sake. A herald flag up top. The king and one of his knights are eating at a table. I can't see too far into that room, but again, it looks like there's something going on towards the front. It may be a doorway. And in fact, I think it probably is a doorway. But there's a lot of play value inside of that room. And I just think it's a really clever design. Now, if we go over to the kind of center piece of the back, and we go from top to bottom, you'll see there's a castle turret there. That looks like to have the most platform space of any in the entire build. And obviously there's a knight up there with a spear guarding and a flag. And if we work our way down, it looks like there's a study right underneath that turret and top platform, possibly a place for the king to reflect and to write edicts to his kingdom. So that's very exciting. There's also a staircase if you go down to the main floor. I mean, this is crazy. There's a brick-built, very narrow staircase, which is really cool. And there's one of the brick-built horses, and there is one of the minifigs with the shield of the horse knights, and I just think it's magnificent. Now, if we're at far camera right and looking at the structure, there's another platform up top and another turret where we have a bowman. It looks to be enough room for probably one minifig soldier up there. And then if you go down a story, there's those wonderful Tudor windows. And I don't know if there's something inside of those windows on the other side, or if it's just kind of a blind window. But it's certainly really cool looking from the outside. Now, if you go all the way down to the main level, there's a piece of the wall there, and from the reverse side, and it's really cool to see, with what looks like an arrow slit. And then finally, we get a really close look in this picture of the brick-built horse, and to really get an idea of what it's going to look like. And I just love, they're really growing on me, these horses, and I just really love the way it looks. I also think that the snake or the serpent, whatever you want to call it, a knight, his armor is one of the best printed minifig torsos and legs that I've seen in a long time. And the fact that it has a cape is just like, that's like gravy thrown in as far as this set goes. So there you have it. That's kind of the overview of the back of it. The front, we can see, it looks like a castle. But I was most interested in getting a peek at the back and kind of imagining what might be going on there. And the bottom line on this, my bottom line at least, is that there's a lot going on here. I mean, for a 3-in-1 set, there's a lot of detail in the back of this castle and inside this castle. I mean, that banquet room alone looks absolutely fantastic. So I'm very excited, again, to get my hands on this. And again, I need your opinion as to what you think, if you think this might close on all four sides, because that was one of the criticisms of this. And I think it does close up, although I'm not certain that it's all four sides. It's certainly, I think, 3 sides. So that's it for now. I'm really happy you joined me. This is Tom Bray since 1954. That completes my kind of trio of videos of looking at the 3 different builds of this set right here, set number 31168. Let me know, again, what you're thinking and how many sets of this you're going to buy, whether they're day one purchases for you. I'm really very curious. Until next time, thanks so much for watching and happy building.